Alright, so we ran across this. Alright, give it here. You mess with that thing and then we'll see how it goes. Because we can't see if it's too dangerous or not.
Northwest.
So the only way to really check is to open the force field and see, is it really that dangerous after all?
West.
Because we can't stay here and worry about it, if it make it loose or not.
Okay.
After all, worry killed the cats.
So I have to take the north side first. Okie dokie. I'll do that.
You even have to solve a riddle to free this thing?
Well, it flung me back when I tried to go to the south side, so I will. Ow! Or when I try to go through the force field, that's possible too. So this time I don't have to start over, that's nice. So northeast. Ow! So, oh, maybe I have to start over with south. North, northwest, and west. And I know if the next is neither southwest nor northeast. So let's try east. Ouch. I'm losing.
Just a moment and I'll start healing you.
Yeah. That took care of that. So. North. Northwest. West. Okay, and it's neither east nor southwest. So let's try south. Ow.
Wait, let me just try a little experiment, just because I'm curious. Ah, it seems you have to figure out which 4 it is. Like, it has to be 4 specifics.
Ow.
Yeah, I know. So, oh, it's 4, and I don't know which 4. This is taking too much time. Let's just keep going. Alright, just a curiosity. If any one of you know how the hell that thing works, just give us a message, okay? Alright, here's the next one. From Carter. The cute power with the scary... The cute girl with the scary powers, not the cute power with the scary girl. Don't really know what's happening to my language today. Right. The rogue...
She gets old enough for it to be legal for me to date her.
The rogue groundskeeper. Carter is helping out Danny with his book of stories. She has written a tale of her own. Read it and confirm its authenticity.
Right.
Well, they've been true up until now, or at least had elements of the truth. Let's see. The groundskeeper. Danny asked me to put something together for the league. A creepy story for Halloween. I guess he figured with this school and all, there'd be a lot of creepy stories getting around. And he's right. This place is full of them. Montague is an encyclopedia of horrible stories. But the way he tells them, he doesn't even know they are scary, and Miss Usha, she always talks about the Fae and the things that lurk out of sight. But all the stuff is a bit too academic, and I know Danny wants something more local. Which it happens all the time on Solomon Island. And the people here... there is something wrong with them.
I think she likes a comment.
Yeah. And the people here, there's something wrong with them. There's the story of a local man, a groundskeeper who worked at the school. What happened to him? Well, weird shit happens all the time on Solomon Island. Carter. Sometimes you'd see him looking at you, you know? Just staring. If you look back, he'd cock an eyebrow and take a swig of his hip flask. He never seemed intimidated at all. Almost worse were the times when he wasn't looking. You'd be changing with the curtains open and you'd look outside and he'd be there, pruning the tree outside your window. But not looking, no. Never doing anything that could get him fired or in trouble with the staff. He was just there, in the space that you swore was empty just a moment ago. I'd put it down to him being just a dirty old man getting an eyeful, but it wasn't just with girls, it was with boys too. Just a side note personally, that wouldn't prevent him from being a dirty old man.
Nope.
That would just be make him a dirty old man with very broad taste. That was just
that broad, really.
no. There was just always something a little off about Donny Bedlow, I think. He was a townie, a Kingsmouth local his whole life. Since the start at the academy, he was always here, employed as the groundskeeper. He lived in that shitty shack just outside the walls, and he never wore anything but a dirty leather smock, a pair of brown overalls, and a stained white singlet. I never saw him with a haircut. His hair just hung in dirty grey tails around his shoulders. During the day, he'd be here and there around the grounds, fiddling with this and that, but always looking. He was always fixing things, at least that was what you assumed, but among the kids who were always whispering about the traps he was setting. You see, when the library dome shattered and 7 kids had to go to the infirmary with serious cuts, someone said they had seen Donny up there with a hammer. And one of the viewing stands on the lacrosse field collapsed and all the kids got hurt. There was a rumor that Donny had been there just before, carrying a wrench. Some of the older kids thought it would be a good idea to tell Montag about the rumors, just in case they were true. 3 were seen as trying to go up to the headmaster's office. Millicent Dern, Johnny Stephenson, and Ron Trogger. But Donny was waiting for them on the staircase. As usual, he didn't say anything. He just looked and cocked an eyebrow, took a swig from his flask, and went back to hammering on the banister with his rusty old hammer. They didn't have the nerve to go on. By night, Donny was a watchman. He used to walk around the walls, carrying a high-powered flashlight and keep an eye out for any kids who thought it might be fun to sneak out and go to Susie's. Anyone who got caught came back trembling and freaked out. He wasn't there, and then he was right on top of me, one of them told me. One day, Donny Bedlow disappeared. Nobody saw him around the grounds, and his shack became overgrown and abandoned. Eventually, some kids found out what happened. Apparently, one summer night, Donny Bedlow, the groundskeeper, drank too much from his own hip flask and went stumbling into the ocean down by Mason Crescent. They never found his body, but they did find his empty hip flask and boots. It's a horrible thing to say, but all of us kids drew a sigh of relief. For a while we reveled in the freedom, sneaking over the wall at night and into town. But every now and then you'd get the feeling someone was watching you, and when you spun to look, nobody was there. Then one night, Millicent Duray and Ron Tucker went missing. Montag and a group of teachers did their thing, and found a trail. It led out of the school, past the old groundskeeper shack, and down to the beach near the end of Mason Crescent. And there, by the water, they found the clothes, which belonged to Millicent and Ron, and an empty hip flask. This is Innsmouth Academy, and accidents happen all the time, but this was really disturbing. It was even worse when the teachers announced that it had been some kind of suicide pact. Anyone who knew Millicent and Ron just knew that wasn't true. Then Stephenson became super paranoid after that. He said he was being watched wherever he went, but no matter how fast he looked, he could never see who it was. Of course, all of us were talking about Donny at this point, and we all knew when Johnny was feeling the pinch. When he woke up one morning, John was gone from his bed. We all knew that they would find down by Mason Crescent. And sure enough, a pair of shoes, a nightgown, and an empty bottle of booze were the only signs of Johnny Stephenson. When Montag gathered the school together and told us the sad news of Johnny's suicide, someone, I don't remember who, shouted something about the similarities between the death of the student and the death of the groundskeeper. I'll never forget the look on Montag's face when he replied, "Young lady, the school hasn't had a groundskeeper since 1806.
Wow.
Even Montag. So either Montag is covering it up, or this school's been haunted for a very long time, and he just didn't know about it.
Yeah. You know, I think he just didn't know. Montag is weird, but
yeah, it sounds like something that would happen to him.
Yeah. Because Montag just doesn't seem like the type who's even capable of covering things up.
Where are you guys?
Outside.
Out here.
Oh, there you are.
I mean, this guy's...
I mean, the thing about the guy, he's a very competent wizard, as has been pointed out, but he tends to forget things.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Yeah, and he has a habit of spilling the beans all over the place. Even when people would rather not, he didn't tell them about how he vivisected a ghoul that one time. So yeah, really, Montag is not the lying type. He's not very deceptive. He's weird, yes, but, you know, as you said, he's competent, and in a weird way, he does care about his students. He's just not that very good at showing it. Then again, I like the guy, and so I'm kind of biased. But I really think, and this is usually the point of these stories, people honestly didn't know, and this was just the best explanation they could come up with.
Whiskey.
But you know what? I say it's good time to visit this spook and deal with it once and for all.
Yep.
And there's something out
Oh wait, there's loot over here. It's not ours.
Right. Okay, we have to get around this rock wall, and the easiest way around...
We're under attack by something.
A ghost light. Would you stop doing that? No, the easiest way around would be... Ah, this way. You know, funny thing, we've been to the groundskeeper shack before, and... Oh, for crying out loud. And last time we were there, we fought a filthy groundskeeper. But maybe they got another one at some point, I don't know. But it isn't the first renegade groundskeeper we've been up against.
No, they should do something about that.
Swell raider. Let's deal with that guy.
That's just swell.
Badoom dish. Okay, we're not getting through these without a fight. Glamour Servant. I don't remember finding these guys before. And Swell Slaver.
Okay, you too. Seriously, it sounded like she was saying, Timmy! Apparently she's a South Park fan.
Okay, everyone got through it, but without attracting anything. Presumably. Yeah, isn't this the beach by Mason's Crescent?
We need to get up a little further, I think.
Yeah, possibly. Well, the law's over here.
Company.
Ah, I found what we're looking for. Ah, wrong guy. Right. And then, drink the whiskey. Okay.
I just have to find the whiskey in my bottle. In my backpack.
Inventory.
Things are weird. Okay.
So why are we getting drunk on the job?
For science! No, I mean, for justice!
Oh. It's over now. I couldn't find
Donnie Bedlow.
Hey, something's coming! I can't see, what is it?
the groundskeeper.
What? Yeah, but how does he look? I can only see a blurred mass.
He's wearing white shirt or green boots.
Very truthful to his description in
Grayish
the
brown
page.
hair. And he's carrying around an axe.
Now you're being assaulted by one of the glamour servants.
My shit's all technicolored. Ugh. Law. Just give me a second, guys. I'll tell you when I had enough. Once upon a time, there was a groundskeeper. Ask him what's in his flask. So many windows to stare through at the Innsmouth Academy. Oh, Donny Bedlow, Donny Bedlow, Donny Bedlow. Say it into the reflecting panes of glass. Those gormless bovine jelly eyes. Not quite looking. Always not quite looking. He's not quite looking at you. Right now. Send report. I completely approve of both drinking at work and also using it to summon and destroy horrible creatures trapped between life and death. Just be glad it doesn't work everywhere, or Jersey would be full of screaming banshees. More full, I do like the effort you're putting into this book thing. Let's hope it yields something useful. So that's how he looks.
Anyways, yeah?
Oh, yeah, the dragon. In China, it's not a common family to set a place at the table for their ancestors to return these for their ancestors. Just a moment. It's really annoying.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, you were saying?
Yeah. In China, it's not uncommon for families to set a place at a table for their ancestors to return and eat and drink. Donny Bedlow was like these hungry ghosts, empty inside and with a craving that he could never fulfill. Perhaps his bones line the walls of the academy like so many others. Would that anger your ghost, do you think?
One never knows.
Well, run on.
Right. Campfires are the natural evolution of these kind of stories. Well, campfires and Innsmouth Academy, I suppose. It really is appalling the way those Illuminati run an educational institution. By the way, before I continue, someone is ringing my doorbell, so you will have to turn up the camera.
Right.